How's it going, everybody? Aaron with Siegfried's Motorwerx, and on this video right here today, we are about to show you why spending $115 on your Hooligan 170i by the Genuine Scooter Company is a necessity and why you should be doing it. Stay tuned. Let's get into this video. Installing the highway pegs to your Hooligan is the next step of this video. So when we ship you this highway bar, it is going to come with the actual foot peg here and here attached. We always ship them that way. So attaching these, there's no need to do anything else there. As far as installing the bar to your scooter, you're going to notice this peg has this nice rounded edge here. The big thing is to make sure this rounded edge is installed facing towards the back side of your scooter. This is very, very hard to mess up because even if you flip the bar like that, it's still going to work. It's still installed correctly. It's just you want to make sure these are facing back because obviously this way, there's no way to mount it to your scooter. So with these things facing back, the next step is to attach them to the scooter. So you're going to notice here what I like to do is get one side started first. If I had a little bit of light, make that a lot easier. So I get one side started just enough that it holds it there. I take this other side, get this started as well. Again, we're just going to make sure they're tight and make sure that everything there is good. Once we have them both started, we're going to grab our ratchet again. And just for camera's sake, I'm going to hand tighten these down until we get to the bottom. This is the only thing as far as your pegs, if you do order these from us versus the ones that are in the video, that is going to differ. We don't have the installation hardware 100% worked out yet. I'm working with Fastenal on that. By the time this video drops, that will be correct. But for the video's purposes, we are using an Allen head. Your pegs, if you buy them from us, will not come with an Allen head. It will probably be a 10 or 12 millimeter socket. Either way, once they're tight, you just want to go a quarter turn past snug. Once it's tight, you just want to go a quarter turn past snug. There. Now your bar is good and tight. All right, so we got the peg installed. The Hooligan's obviously here behind me. I'm gonna throw Kyle on the scooter so that way I can get a video showing you guys exactly kind of how the leg positioning is with our highway bar. After that, I'm gonna throw on my helmet. We're gonna take you guys out for a quick little test drive, show you how it is riding with these pegs. Either way, smwx717parts.com. There's a link in the description for where you can get these pegs. Okay, so with Kyle on the scooter here with his feet on the pegs, you can see he's got a nice forward position. Kyle, move your feet back and forth a little bit. All those different spots where you can put your feet. As we come around the front here, you can see it doesn't really even put your foot out much further past the handlebar there, as far as when you're riding it. But it does give you a nice position to put your foot for when you're riding your Hooligan. Either way, we're going to take you out and show you what a test drive is all about. Show them your belly. No. In case you've never seen our Hooligan video before, this gauge cluster I've always been in love with. I think it's a really nice, intuitive gauge cluster. And again, this reflective quality underneath the outer edge, I don't know why, but that does a lot for me. I guess I'm like a mosquito, man, with the blue light going to it, but I really do like that feature there. All right, so as we head on down through here, just a quick little ride, nothing terrible long. Just want to show you guys what these pegs are all about. So you can see here, obviously I have my feet on the pegs right now. Naturally, anytime I ride anything that has a peg, a bar, or a highway bar on it, my feet naturally want to go to the pegs. And I think that's in a big part due to the fact that I do come from being a motorcycle rider before being a scooter rider. So this I definitely feel much more at home with. I really like putting pegs on bikes, and truthfully, like the Zuma 50, they aren't fast enough that I ever really noticed it. The Rough House and the Rough House Sports aren't fast enough that I ever noticed it. But this Hooligan is a fast enough scooter where I finally am noticing how much more control you have over the bike because of the pegs. Like, you can actually use your feet now to wiggle this around. Not to say you can't do that on the floorboard, but it's definitely a much more cumbersome task. Where, like I said, now with my feet here, I am in a lot more control of this bike going down the road. So in my opinion, this is significantly easier. And it definitely gives you a much more confident feel on the scooter. And I don't know that if you never rode a bike with highway bars, I don't think you'd miss it. But once you rode one of these, I think you would have a really hard time going back to this style. I guess if you live in like a small beach community where you're only ever going 35 miles an hour, but here in central Pennsylvania, we have so many nice back roads that are really great places for a hooligan to stretch its legs and get out and ride on. And on roads like that, these pegs make a huge difference as far as being able to be in more control. And that extra added sense of control is really, really important to me. And I feel like a lot of your riders will appreciate that. Especially too, for the Hooligan, I get so many riders that come off of motorcycles and move to a Hooligan, be it age or just downsizing, whatever. I feel like this peg is going to be great for that customer coming from a motorcycle, because it's going to make you feel like you're more at home on the bike in comparison to that flat floorboard like it comes stock with. Especially too in situations like this, like we don't have the nicest driveway here yet, and like for coming down here, like I just feel much more confident in the bike because of where the pegs are positioned at now. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. Did you like the Hooligan 170i peg? Leave a comment so that way we know. Hit the website, smwx717parts.com. Smack subscribe because you can stay up to date with everything going on here at Siegfried's Motorwerx, your YouTube scooter dealership, central Pennsylvania scooter dealership, and just all around scooter community. Thank you again for watching. We will catch you guys on our next video.
Swear I won't forget this, why do I regret this? In my mind reckless, thoughts are feeling endless. Sitting up I'm breathless, anxiety's infectious. I feel so defenseless, betrayed and embarrassed.